Hello everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, we are building another house in Tartosa. This one is a little bit bigger than the one we built yesterday. It's built on a 30 by 20. This is also probably one of my favorite lots because I just like the background. And this time it's for a family, so it's not a honeymoon home, it's not a rental house, although you could just change it to a rental, like you can do that with any house whatsoever. But I wanted to make it for a family, so also more of like a generations family home actually, because it's been a while since I've done one of those, and if you're unsure of what that is or what that means, it's I don't know what other people did before I started doing them. I just kind of took the term generations family home and sort of decided that it would be for like all generations of the family, so that you also have room for grandparents. Although only one bedroom for grandparents, I don't think I've done a generations home with room for two, but that's also because a lot of the time when I do generations family homes, I always have room for at least two children. So that would basically take up the entire house all of a sudden, like four grandparents, two parents, and then two children. So usually with my generations family homes, this one is just for two children, but the other ones have definitely had room for more than two children, and that means the household is more than full. So I usually just leave in one grandparent's bedroom. For this one, I kind of figured that, because there's an urn, or not like an urn. It's not one of the urns that come with the game. It's more like a vase that I decided kind of looked like an urn that's over the fireplace. So I was thinking that one of the grandparents were resting in that urn, if you get what I mean. But it could also just be, if you still want two grandparents in the house, it could also just be one of the grandparents of, or one of the parents of the other parent. Am I making any sense right now? There's a lot of parents in this house apparently. So yeah, but I felt like it just felt right to include a grandparent's bedroom in this house. So that is what we're doing today. Definitely a little bit, I don't know, it's not even a big house. It's only on a 30 by 20, but it felt like a big house. I was very set on finishing this yesterday because I wanted this up today. Like I said in my video yesterday, pre-recording, or not pre-recording, that's not what it's called. Early access has been a little bit weird this time around, and I literally didn't start doing anything with the pack until like 10 p.m. Tuesday or Wednesday. What day is it today? Friday? 10 p.m. Wednesday. I didn't start doing anything with the pack until 10 p.m. Wednesday. Possibly 10:30 p.m. So that is quite late, and but it's just, it hasn't really, there's been some things and so on and so on. So it's just been a little bit weird this time around. Usually I would have, like, if we had 2 days with pre or early access, I would have at least 2 videos plus overviews ready to put up on the channel, but that's just not how it's been this time. So I've just been cramping in these builds. But we'll also be recording something. I don't know what exactly, I don't know what size either, but we'll be recording something on stream tonight, actually. So if you want to come hang out, I think I'll stream around 8 p.m. CET, so you can figure that out in your own time zone. I don't know. I just know that it's 7 p.m. Greenwich time, GMT, I suppose. I don't even, what is that even called when it's summertime? I forgot. But, wait, it's either GT or it's GMT. I don't know which one it is now, but that's 7 p.m. UK time. Other than that, you're gonna have to figure it out yourself because I have no clue. So figure out the time zones yourself, but I'll be hanging out over on Twitch. So yeah, also I decided to go through, because we didn't really get a lot of landscaping stuff with the pack. Honestly, we haven't really gotten a lot of stuff. I haven't checked out gameplay. You guys know that that's not really my thing. So I just go directly into build by, basically. That's where I hang out. That's where I spend my time. That's where I go discover whatever. But there's not really been a lot of stuff per se. A lot of it is definitely more geared towards gameplay, so geared towards weddings in reality. Which, it kind of also makes sense because it's a wedding pack, but still, as a builder, I'm a little bit frustrated. So I decided to go into the debug catalog to find some trees, because we don't have any new trees in the landscaping catalog. So these Actually, all 3 trees that I use on this lot are from the debug catalog, just so you know. I think there's also some bushes. The wisteria is also from the debug catalog. And there's a couple of chairs as well. I find some black chairs that aren't functional, which is also why there are extra chairs on the patio or on the terrace or whatever. But they're just black chairs. They look nice. I wish they were functional, but you can't actually click on them. They're just decor. Decor chairs. It makes no sense. But they look nice, so I included them. But they just don't work, just so you know. Oh, and also, by the way, this house was... I'm not really that familiar with Mediterranean houses, by the way, like, building them. Am not super comfortable doing that, so I haven't done a lot of it in the past. Probably will not do it as like a constant thing either, or a very... There won't be it won't be a common occurrence to see a Mediterranean house on my channel. Let's put it like that, because I don't know what it is. I just don't know. But yeah, that means I have to for these houses actually to go find inspiration, because I have no idea how to build them. So this was at least the front of the house, just the facade of the house. The floor plan I kind of had a whole deal with. It took a long time to figure that out. It's also due to the lower floor being medium wall height, and I keep forgetting that when I do the floor plan. So the staircase never fits in because the staircase is bigger than it usually is. And that's just not something that I think about. But my point is that this house, the facade of the house, was inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest, just so you know. I mean, are we surprised? I don't think so. So anyway, but here you can see me kind of... See, I liked what I came up with here. I thought it was different. I thought it was fun. And then it hit me, wait, the staircase is super weirdly placed on the second floor. That doesn't make any sense. So I was sitting here for like 10, 15 minutes trying to figure out a floor plan. This is what I came up with in the end. This is sort of what we end up going with. So it does look a little intricate, but it does make sense, I feel. You enter into the dining room basically, but there's like a small hallway space. There's also a closet. We have a mirror, and the closet is basically for like shoes and jackets and all that stuff. And there's also the staircase, but it's kind of hidden off behind, or not hidden off, just hidden behind walls and stuff. And then walking past the dining room, you can enter the kitchen, which is sort of in the same room as the living room, which is also a rather big space. And then on the left side, when you enter the house, we got some bedrooms. I think one of the issues that I had while doing the floor plan is also that instead of putting the windows and the doors directly on the squares, I decided to put them like not directly on the squares. Am I making any sense? Like they're kind of off grid. Not off grid, but I mean not off grid like that, but like there's a grid in the Simpsons squares. That's the grid. I decided to put them in on the increments. Is that how you say that? Hopefully you get what I mean, but they're not like lined up with the squares. So it made it hard to place down any walls in the room that you walk into, and that's why I had to kind of like improvise a little bit. So the floor plan is a little bit fun, but I do like that it's different. Sometimes floor plans are just, you have to like do something different, and then you're just forced to make it work when you start furnishing, or furnishing, and that's fun. Sometimes that's fun. It's a challenge. So I liked it this time. It's definitely a bit on the weirder side, but I do like how it ended up looking. And then upstairs, they do have more like a common room, a play room, if you will. So they have like, there's a foosball table. There's also there's a TV. So there's another like little living room area, if you will, but the TV is super small. I decided to put it there because it's close to the children's bedrooms. I think there's room for a teenager and a kid in this house, so they have a couple of consoles that they can play on as well on that TV, along with the football table if they want to play on that. And there's also like a game table. I forgot what it's called, but it's one of the ones from Get Together, which the foosball table is also from, so it kind of matches the foosball table. You'll see in a little bit. I didn't really know what to do with that space before I started decorating the upstairs, but then it just kind of hit me like they have a huge living room downstairs. They don't need another living room, so let's do something fun with the space instead. Let's make it like like a space where the family can hang out together and like have fun together. Maybe I've been slightly inspired by puzzles or something, I don't know. I get these, you probably see me post about it over on the community tab, but I get these book boxes. And I've gotten 2 puzzles in January. I know we're in February now, but for January boxes, I've gotten 2 puzzles, which is super cool because I don't really have any puzzles. And I don't know, there's something really calming putting together puzzles or fixing puzzles. I don't know how to do in puzzles. How do you say that? How do you phrase that? You get what I mean though. There's something super calming, like having a cup of tea and then just like doing a puzzle. It's just calming. I'm old. It's fine. So this is when I realized that I'm old. I like doing puzzles. But anyway, not every day though, because I definitely prefer reading over doing puzzles. But it was just calming. So maybe I was a little bit inspired by that. But also in my family, we love board games. So to me, it's just natural that that's like a family thing that you do. You play board games. I don't know. That includes puzzles, by the way, although we mainly, because I come from a competitive family too, so we mainly play board games where there's a winner. You don't really have a winner if you do a puzzle. So anyway. Also, it feels natural to me in these houses to just put in a lot of plants. I think it's because it's just so sunny in Tartosa that also I think in the last video I accidentally called it Tortosa. It's fine. It's fine, whatever. We're just gonna ignore it. But in Tartosa, I just feel like it's natural for the houses to have a lot of plants. Maybe it's because it's very sunny here. We are in a Southern European setting, if you will. At least I think we are. I have not been to a place that looks exactly like this, I think. Or I don't think I have. So I've been to Italy many, many, many times, but I usually go to the same area. I have been to a west or east coast further south in Italy once, but usually we just go to the northern part of Italy because that's where my family lives, so we always go visit my family. I think I've been to Italy like 14 times or something, but I have never been to Rome. How weird is that? I feel like that's weird. You would think that's like a go-to spot. I've been to Venezia, what's it called? Venice twice or something. I don't know. Lovely place though. Just wanted to point that out. So like I have gone to one or a couple of other touristy places as well, if you will, but usually we just go to northern Italy. So I don't really know if there's a place that looks like this in Italy or if it's inspired by some other country, but I definitely get like Southern European vibes. So let me know, because I don't think anybody told me on the last video, at least not when I checked the comments the last time, so maybe I have to go check again. But if you know, let me know too, because I need to know. Otherwise, someone will have to tell me on stream tonight, because I'm literally just gonna ask until someone does. So yes. So the bedroom that we just finished was supposed to be for either one grandparent or 2. I kind of imagined there to be a grandma, like a really old, cute grandma living in this house along with the rest of the family, which is also why I put a picture on one of the walls that was of a man, and I kind of imagined that dude. Although now thinking back on it, I should have gone with one of the other swatches, but I don't know why I didn't change the swatch to another picture. That's annoying me now, but anyway. So I kind of imagined the dude in that picture to be her deceased husband. Let's just say it like that. So or the granddad who's no longer among us. So Among Us. Oh gosh, I missed that game. Now that I said that, I just got this like, my stomach just kind of clenched. Like I missed that game. It was a good time. I need more people that I can play Among Us with. So anyway, because I haven't played it for like ages. So I just need to find like a little group and we can play Among Us. It's fun. But this is the parents. Now it's not anymore, but it was the parents' bedroom. Pretty simple in there. Decided not to go for a lot of wall decor. They have a lot of pictures just scattered around the house anyway, so I just felt like just keeping it a little bit cleaner in there. But they do have their own couch along with a bookcase, and then of course wardrobes as well. And now we are decorating the upstairs. So this is what I would kind of call like a playroom or a game room or something like that, entertainment room. So they have the little corner over there with the TV and also the consoles, then the foosball table that I mentioned earlier. I wasn't really sure where to put it, but I think I ended up going for this layout actually, because it hit me that the chairs are going to take up a lot of space around this little game table, whatever it's called. And also the wall divider was basically just to divide the space up into little sections, if you will, because the space is quite big. But with I had the same issue as I did with the downstairs because the windows are not directly on squares on the grid. Yeah. So I couldn't place down walls because you can't place walls not on the grid. So that's a thing. Hopefully that makes sense. Also, why did I put, oh, it's just I forgot for a second. I was like, why did I place down a toy box for a pet? There's no pet in this house, but that's just a toy box for the kid. It's fine. It's all good. I don't know. I had a moment. I had a moment there. But they also have their game table, and I put down a rug and some other stuff in that little extra living room space, if you will. So we're working on the teens bedroom right now. This one is definitely, I want to say less, it was difficult to find, like, because we didn't get a new bed, for example. So it was difficult to find a furniture that I felt was fitting for the house all of a sudden. I don't know if we're missing some kind of like patterned bed or something like that. Like the couches are gorgeous, but it's just like we don't have a bed that fits with the couch. I also don't think we have a living room chair, for example, that fits with the couch. I don't think so, at least not as far as I remember. We also don't have a coffee table. So this is what I mean, like as a game pack on its own, if you were looking for stuff to help you build Mediterranean houses, this is not it. This won't do it. So it'll help with like weddings. That's what it'll do, but it won't help you build Mediterranean houses. And as someone who's not necessarily the best at building Mediterranean houses, it's still a little bit of a struggle, unfortunately. I feel like I'm still missing those pieces, those furniture items that just spark inspiration to me, Mediterranean inspiration, if you will. So that is the thing. But that might just be a me thing. I don't really know. Also, this is the kids' bedroom. Very simple in here. If you're gonna complain about the mismatching wood tones, just know that I don't like matching wood tones. So here we are. That's gonna go back and forth and nothing good is gonna come from it. So I know that that's the thing for some people, that they just need the wood tones to match. But I need the wood tones not to match. I appreciate it when it's the bed and the side table that match, but everything else, as long as it's not like you have a cool wood tone and then next to it you suddenly have a warm wood tone, as long as it's not that sort of situation, you know, I just don't want them to match, because to me it doesn't look that realistic. You don't buy all your furniture at the same time from the same place in the same materials in real life. At least we don't in my family. So I furnish like this because it seems a little bit more realistic to me, that it just doesn't match. But I've been on that rant before. There it was again. But I also get comments about it every now and then, so I'm like, gotta explain it to you. This is just how it is. This just is how it works. That was a lot of this is just how it works on this channel. So yeah, it's more like using mismatching wood tones but still try to make them work somehow. I find that fun. So yeah, but those are the chairs. Those are the debug chairs that don't work, and I like them. I really like them, but they don't work. It's so weird. Why would there be debug chairs? What would you need debug chairs for? Like, I don't get it. Especially considering we don't have a living room chair. Or at least I don't think we do. Why wouldn't there be a living room chair? I don't know. Why would they not be the living room chairs, even though you probably not use those wicker chairs for living rooms, but still, they could have made those functional. I don't get that. So a little bit weird, but that's also why there's a couple of extra chairs up there around the table, because I just wanted to make sure that you could actually sit on the terrace somewhere. So yeah, but also they have a little pool here. They have a dining table outside. The backyard is pretty simple, just kept it very, very simple. Did a little bit of landscaping, put down a tree, gave them some plant pots and also a couple of bicycles because I thought that would be cute. Just like biking around Tartosa. That's, I don't know, I like the thought of that. So they have a couple of those as well, and some outdoors trash cans that I placed off camera. But that is it for this build. So yeah, like I said yesterday, if there is anything specific you'd like to see from me, although I'm probably not going to touch community lots for a while, but if there's anything else, let me know in the comments. You can't download this house just yet. It'll be up once the pack is released for everyone. It's just, it makes more sense to me to wait. So I'll keep you guys posted over on the community tab once everything is up on the gallery, and also as tray files over on Patreon. But enough. Yeah, I think we're at the end of this video. So if you like book videos, definitely check out my other channel. It'll be linked to in the link tree down below in the description. But that is all I got today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
It's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you.